You show us everything you've got. You keep on dancing and the room gets hot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You say you wanna go for a spin. The party's just begun to let you in. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Classic track.
That's it. Who doesn't want to rock and roll all night and party every day?
Track.
Come on.
I just realized you're wearing heavy duty.
Heavy duty.
How do you know heavy duty?
So you want to know the real story?
Yeah, sure.
So real story starts, Phil had a pumpkin smash competition.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to talk to him. Big fan of his work. He was actually doing a project near my house. I'm like, okay, how do I talk to this guy? Pumpkin smash competition started. I threw it in. Conversation started. I'm like, hey, big fan. Can I get some merchandise? Like, yeah, absolutely. Come by. Believe it or not, he took the time to talk to me. We spoke for half an hour, and he, some great advice. Just an absolute amazing human being. Yeah, and you know how they say you shouldn't meet your heroes? Wasn't true with Phil. Wasn't true at all.
No, he's a great guy. So it's just funny. I was contemplating wearing that shirt today for today.
Really?
So it was just kind of funny.
Yeah.
We aren't wearing the same dress.
Thank God.
That kind of idea, right?
That's
that would have been a little awkward. Joe and Anthony, welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, great to be here, man.
Great to have you guys here. I know it's a little late in the day.
That's okay.
Things are a little busy, or I guess chaotic with the holiday season going on.
Oh yeah. It's fun though.
So it's good to have you guys on board. What are we going to chat about today?
Just contracting, Joe. First of all, Joe and I are cousins.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
So we started building with Lego in our aunt's basement way back when. I'm 27. Joe, how old are you?
25.
Holy, you guys are babies, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Styrofoam. I see styrofoam. Holy. Okay.
So it started out as a childhood passion. We've brought into our adulthood, and then we've been taking on jobs together and just building across the GTA. It's great. And sometimes they say it doesn't work with family, but in our case, it does.
It always works with family. It always works with family. Yeah. Let me share the detail. First of all, Deluso Tile, I'm wearing their tee today. The boys there, Frank and everybody, thank you so much. But on the table here, I've got Joseph and Anthony. How do you pronounce the last name?
Mozzone.
Mozzone.
That's the English way.
How do you pronounce the Italian way?
Mozzone.
Mozzone.
That's it.
Festa Group Contracting Inc. You guys have been at this business for 2 years. Yeah. Okay, together, but you guys have been swinging the hammer before that.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah,
he's got one story. I got another from when we both started.
All right. So Mozzone Anthony at gmail.com and Joseph Mozzone at gmail.com. No, I'm just reading the notes here. All right, no. So what's the stories?
I'll go first. Well, it started in grade 1 when I got suspended for the first time, and
took you all the way until grade 1.
I know, so long.
You got to get to our generation, man. We're in preschool.
And my mom didn't want to keep me at home, so she told my dad, "Hey, take him." Right, so get in the truck, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'd go on site. He was doing subdivision work up in Bradford off of Adams Street. Yeah, and just sit me in the Bobcat and start doing some Bobcat stuff, and then slowly. As I got older, I'd go to him with his private jobs once he left doing subdivision development and, sweep up, clean up drywall scraps, all that kind of stuff. And then every summer until my story deviates a little bit, I went to culinary school. So
lots of chefs in construction, man.
Yeah, the
money's two are the similar worlds, man.
Very busy, very high pace.
Yeah, a lot of tools.
A lot of tools, exactly.
Yeah,
they're very similar.
Right, so I did that, went to culinary school, but after COVID hit, the money wasn't there anymore, and it was just time, pick something else, right? So when I went back with my dad, and I've been going ever since, strong, man, that's it.
And yours?
So my story begins as a kid, actually. So I spent a lot of time at my grandmother's house, and my cousins who lived next door were contractors. They still are.
Okay.
And as a kid, they always had money, always had a motorcycle, nice truck. So it was intoxicating, right? So you see that, it's like, okay, this is kind of what I want to get into. And they'd take me with them, on the jobs in the summer. And then, weekends, I'd go clean the shop, load material, that kind of stuff. And that's kind of how I got hooked. And then from there and on, I was a laborer for 5 years. I did that while I was in school. Then once I finished school, I started in the condo game.
Did you complain about The sweeping, the cleaning up.
No,
the
no,
grunt
never.
work?
You know what? We never had sweeping compound. We had no masks, from what I remember. We didn't
No,
complain.
I mean it's still going on today, but there was no complaining, right? You were learning.
No, we were there.
Yeah, I don't think I got paid.
$10 an hour.
Yes,
My dad was fairly fair.
You got paid other ways.
Yeah, I got paid in experience, right?
Right,
You can't.
so-
What was their saying? You can't learn experience, something like that. Can't learn experience from a book. That was their saying to me.
So why are you guys the rare, like the majority of your age group isn't like this? They're complaining about a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Not enough money, dirty job.
Yeah.
Where's this going to lead to? This is going to be temporary. I can't see this as my career for the next 40 years. You guys have heard it, right? Am I the only one?
We hear it on a daily basis.
We hear it, and you see it too. You see it, like all my friends and stuff. I'm the only one, except one other guy. But
What's everybody else doing?
who's a dishwasher? Who's still working retail? Who's still? I have one friend. He's a car salesman. He's doing well for himself. But all my other friends, it's like there's no voglia. It's an Italian word. There's no drive. There's no willingness to go.
Someone took it out of them.
Yeah, and I don't know where that stems from. Maybe because we had it instilled in us from a young age that, nothing comes without hard work, and what you put in is what you're going to get out.
So what are the older trades saying about the younger trades?
Oh, there's just drive's not there, quality's not there either, and it's just it's a battle, right? Because you got the older guys who are push, and more the younger guys who are laid back, check will be in the mail on Thursday, don't worry, that kind of mentality and attitude. And I've talked to a lot of the older guys because everyone has a story. And I love walking around site talking to these older guys and hearing their story. And the story goes, from what I hear a lot of these older guys, is back in the day when they would work, if you didn't hustle, they'd tap you on the shoulder at the end of the day and say, hey, thanks for your time, but we don't have any work tomorrow, we're slow, and send you home. Now, it's just saturated. There's so much work that you can keep the guys who, aren't the best quality.
But it's affecting your business.
100%.
And now you guys are starting your own business, and you know that there's a potential here of affecting your business.
Yeah.
Vetting process, right? You got to vet your guys.
But then you're going to keep on tapping the shoulder almost every week. Then you got to find another shoulder.
Got to find another guy, right? But it depends, right? A lot of my trades, I'm lucky because I have connections through my dad, right? So my dad's already done the vetting process. He's built the relationship. So for me to say, hey, Dad, I need the drywallers here on X day, just give them a call, say, hey, show up, you know what I mean? And then I know they're good. Obviously, I like to be on site. I like to make sure everything's running well. But at the same time, I know that if I have to go jump to another site, I can leave them there and I'm okay and comfortable because my dad has the experience. He tells me they're okay. I've seen them work. I've been on site with them on my dad's sites. And, I'm okay with the guys that I have right now. And some of them are young, some of them are old. The young guys like us, a lot of drive, a lot of passion. They're just putting in the work. They'll sit their head down or put their head down and just go. I have boarders that can do 45, 55 sheets in a day. And it's like they're cutting drywall and it's falling apart in their hands. Like it's crazy, man. And you can see the guys who really love what they're doing and they got the skill and they got the passion. And that's what we're keeping our eyes out for, right? And just looking for other trades and going forward in the future.
So why do you guys want to be in construction?
Just have a passion for it. I love it.
No, fuck the passion
Okay.
talk. Like, why do you guys want to be in construction?
There's something about a finished product.
Okay.
Building something and putting your name on it and just saying, I was a part of this or I helped build that. It just gives you a feeling like no other.
But when was that set in your mindset? Like, when did you first understand that? I'm leading to somewhere.
I'm just trying to think. It was a young age. I probably 10, 12 years old.
Okay.
Around there.
So what happened?
I'm trying to remember the job.
So you saw something on a job site.
I participated.
You participated.
Yeah, so I helped out, right?
Okay.
And just the feeling afterwards, like it was just phenomenal. I think it was a basement, and I can't remember where. Again, brought along with my cousins with weekend work, and I just ended up doing that, and just.
So the only reason I'm bringing this up is because it's a hard career.
For sure,
it is.
It's hard for us to find the right crew, the team. We're dealing with client and unrealistic expectations and budgets that we're constantly fighting and loss of potential money. I'm sure that
we know.
Exactly. I got fucked over. I didn't make any money on this one, but I'm learning something and I'm going to make it on the next one, whatever. But I got to still family provide for.
Absolutely.
So it's like there's all these things here, and then all of a sudden everyone kind of shines the passion light up. And I'm like, yeah, fuck the passion. I don't get rid of that and I want to try to figure out exactly the real reason why we do it. Because a lot of people get into it because of that love, but they also get out of it because of that love.
That's what happened to me in the chef game, where I loved cooking. So my Zia, I was Aunt in Italian. It was ever since I was 5, 6, 7, baking cookies, making food with her, all that, and I fell in love with it, right? So I started that, and then during my co-op placement, that the restaurant doesn't exist anymore, Canyon Creek. It was behind Vaughan Mills. I had one coworker come up to me and he said, "You really love cooking?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it in about 3-4 years. The passion is gonna die because you're gonna see the real side of the business and the money isn't there to provide you enough to support a family unless you're running your own restaurant, right?" So me working on the line, it's like, yeah, I got to give it my all every time I'm there because we're getting slammed. Chits are coming up out of our asses. And then the love kind of falls out of it because it all becomes a chore.
But that happens in construction.
But the difference with construction and cooking, I find for me, and this is why I'm leaning more towards the construction as my long-term career path, is in construction, there's always something new. When you're in the restaurant and you have a menu, right? It's the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. Different little nuances and bullshit here and there.
But that's construction too.
Yeah,
you're basement rental and you're doing framing, you're doing mechanical, you're doing drywall, you're doing finishing.
But there's different challenges with each job site. And I think that provides a little bit more excitement and a little more, hey, this is something new that I can conquer and something new that I can learn from, right? So there's always something new at every job site. You can do 20 basements in a year. Well, that's a little much. But let's say you do 5 basements in a year. Each of those basements, you're going to have your own set of problems, your own set of solutions, everything you gotta work with. And that's what I like. And especially the fact that in construction, you precipitate something out of your mind and it becomes reality. And it was just an idea. And your own 2 hands is what you use to create something. Right, that's what I really like.
I'm not questioning you guys. I'm
telling you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more because people always go to the go-to, and I'm like, that's not enough to stay sustainable in this industry. Yeah. It's not enough, right? And unfortunately, in construction, you have to have the hurt to really appreciate the good.
Oh, for sure.
So you will get screwed over.
For sure, yeah.
Right? You will make mistakes that will cost you. Either eat it up, and then all of a sudden you'll have to take the fault, and then hopefully you can make it back on the next one.
That's it. Experience is the best teacher. That's what I find.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I've always been, I learn by doing. So by doing it, whether it be a success or a failure, at the end of the day, you learn, right? So you got to keep your chin up and just keep going forward.
So I'm curious, what are the old men, what tools they use? And what tools do you guys
Milwaukee,
use?
Not Milwaukee, man. We're Milwaukee boys.
Pack out.
Everything. The back of my pickup, not even the bed. The bed I keep for material.
You guys are all red?
All red, baby.
But the old men are not red.
No.
There's no way in hell. Italian and old men? No way.
Oh, my God. We have an uncle, and, like, when we borrow tools, like, hand tools from him, it's like, there's, like, 6 nails in it. Like,
man. He's got...
There's, like, blood on a couple of the handles.
Crazy. He's got nails holding in the pickaxe head from the top of the stick. He doesn't want to change the stick, man. It's like, come on, bro.
What's wrong with that? That's the way they're supposed to look.
I guess it tells a story.
Character in the story. That's it.
Yeah. Well, what? I guess they just whatever was working, and they make it work.
Yeah,
and if
they make it work.
Fail, they make it work again.
And what I notice is they repair a lot of their tools. Where if something gets busted, we just throw it out.
I always had that question about social media and tour reviewers, and why aren't more tour reviewers doing repair and maintenance of tools instead of just showing off brand new tools? Or am I just asking a stupid question?
No, but it affects their business, right? I think they probably make more off the sale than they do off the repair.
I'm just saying, like, don't we as contractors live and die by our maintenance guy?
Yeah.
So if a tool fails, then basically that's going to cost you money, and not everybody has 3 of the same tool.
No.
Yeah.
So if you got one particular tool and it fails and it breaks down or whatever, you got to get it fixed as soon as possible.
Yeah,
otherwise, you're losing money.
Yeah, you lose the day,
But as a tradesperson, you should learn how to fix them already on your own.
Well, that's good.
It's true.
We keep on complaining about clients don't know how to hang a picture.
Yeah.
They hire us to hang the picture.
Yeah.
But we should be learning more on maintaining our tools.
Like
I maintain my tools.
Hey, this guy.
Do I take care? So I don't store them in the garage. So if you want to break into my garage, they're not in there. Only store them in the house.
So listen up, everybody. Break into the house.
Break into the house.
tools,
Yeah,
okay?
If you want to take the pack out, take that.
Even I got pack outs because I think they're the best
amazing.
storage unit. I know, totally.
So yeah, I take care of my tools. Like, you know, like for example, my chipping gun, right? The chipping gun. I tell them every time you use it, grease it. It's like, yeah, there's still grease in the chuck. I don't care, grease it. It's my gun.
And then my dad hasn't greased a bit in.
And then his gun hasn't been greased since they bought it.
But it still works, right?
Doesn't matter.
We sent it to Hilti the other day, actually. It just come back.
See? And then
there you go.
I keep a rag in the box because then you clean it.
The grease goes everywhere.
Grease goes everywhere. You clean it up after. You put it in. I have not a zip tie. It's like one of those Velcro cord holders.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you ravel the cord the way you took it out, put the cord back in, close it. That's it.
Doesn't anybody know how to wrap a cord in the construction industry or what?
No.
No.
First of all,
no.
Joe doesn't own cords because he's gone all cordless.
I'm cordless.
Completely. Every single tool is cordless. His table saw.
Milwaukee, everything. Oh, everything's cordless.
SDS?
SDS is cordless. I was using it today, putting up walls in a basement. Everything's cordless.
Wow, that's a lot of batteries, man.
Oh, he's got 5.0s, 12.0s. You're all over the map.
All your lights are all Milwaukee?
Yeah.
I don't own any site lights. I only work on sites with electricity
Oh,
for
no,
now, anyways.
flashlight.
The day. Yeah, my flashlight. Yeah, he's right. My flashlight's
flashlight.
battery operated. But I haven't gone to the point where I need to go out and buy a light yet. So
You're going to need a cord at some point.
I have an extension cord if I got to pull power to charge my batteries. That's about it.
Okay, it's really simple. Anybody who's listening, you do not wrap cords around your arm
Do
up
not.
like that.
I do not like
do
that.
not twist them that way. You wrap them like a guitar string
Yep.
or like a fisherman with like rope.
So you put it on the floor and you make a
You
circle
let it,
with it.
no, you can hang it if you ever, I don't know if you're musicians or whatever, but
I was.
you got to let the natural curve of that cord go and do what it's got to do, which will naturally just coil itself.
If I start seeing crazy eights, as I call them, when the cord goes like this, you know what I do? I've done it. I've unraveled it, thrown it back on the floor, do it again.
I hate it.
Do it again. It's not how I gave it to you.
The moment that you do it the first time, you've killed that cord. And then you got to wait for a hot day.
Yeah, so
Throw it out on side.
That's it,
on
yeah.
the ground and let the heat bake it and then coil it
yeah,
properly.
exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Sends it up again.
I'm just saying you're gonna need cords one day, I guarantee.
I keep telling them, but like whatever.
Try to stay away, man.
It's a lot of batteries, man.
Tons. How many batteries you walk with? It's crazy.
Four 6.0s and 3 2.0s.
And then you got the M12s.
And then I got 3 M12s. I got my heated jacket.
There's been a lot of
copper
battery
cover.
theft going on lately, man.
Battery theft, tool theft, truck theft. If you
Actually,
look in our area,
yeah, our area.
my God, man.
Do you guys think it's tradespeople stealing them, or you think it's
I don't
just
think so.
everyday people just stealing them and selling them for shit?
It's everyday
Crooks.
people, and it's a joke on the site. It's like, who wants to steal tools? Nobody wants to work anymore. Right? So they steal them for
What do you steal them for a job? No, you're not stealing for a job.
Steal
Yeah.
material for a job.
not even.
Are they still stealing material? No,
I think so.
I
I think so.
no, I don't know. I haven't
Well,
had any.
the
recently.
plumbers go to the shop, you know, you got the big drum of ABS glue, you fill up
Yeah,
your
we're
little
talking like
thing.
copper,
I mean,
yeah.
it's still stealing material.
I think on the
End of
bigger
day.
sites it still
How big's
happens.
that drum come? Like a 5-gallon or
I
something?
think a 55-gallon
huge,
drum. I
yeah.
think it's a massive drum.
Jeez, the scent coming off of that thing already. Eh? I can smell it from here. Holy shit.
Love the smell of
They make it
ABS.
that big, really? I've never seen it that big.
Sure, if you got a shop.
You ever see
and
the
got
form
30
workers? The
plumbers.
form workers have the same one for their form oil. It's got a pump on top and they just pump
I've
it.
seen that.
Yeah, that's similar to
But
what
ABS glue that big?
Yeah,
Oh, shit. That's almost like a vat of custard or something.
pretty much. Yeah.
Open that drum
Imagine
up,
that
you're-
tips over, the shop is done.
And then you fall into
And
it.
then you
You're
fall
stuck
into
in it. It's like that mouse on the mouse trap, eh? Trying to get
That's what it
fucking
is.
out of
That's
there.
the glue
trap
The
there.
glue trap. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
So where did the name come from, man? Other than it being a party, like what's going on here?
That's
you wanna
another
do it?
family story.
Is that what it is?
I'll
Okay.
take this
Another
one.
family story.
Okay.
Go ahead, Joe.
So every year, our hometown back from Italy, all of
Where?
So we're from Latino Gallo Matese, which is
Where's that?
It's in
Naples.
Okay.
beside Naples. It's in Provincia Campania. So it's on a mountain actually. So the town's in a valley, right? So on one side of the valley is the town, and on the other side is all forest. And there's a nice river running through the middle, and it is picturesque. Like it's stunning.
800 people.
800 people.
Just like Scarborough.
yeah, picturesque.
I can see the bluffs there right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Same thing.
So all the paisans that came to Canada from when they did come, they did the Festa della Madonna, which is their kind of church's customs that they do every year.
Yes.
So during Ferro Agosto, we do it in September, the long weekend of September. And all of our cousins, they end up there, right? So for us, a lot of our trades are our cousins, right? So,
Seriously, yeah.
So our electrician's cousin, our plumber's a cousin. We got an HVAC guy who's our cousin.
Lighting supplier.
Lighting supplier.
Wow. The gas man, or sorry, the ice man.
Yeah, that's what I
the
said.
refrigeration guy, yeah, he's our
HVAC,
cousin.
He's our cousin. So it's all the Festa, right? It's everybody from the Festa. So it's Festa Group.
That's why. That's clever. I like it.
Right?
So what do you guys want to do, man? Like, what do you guys want to shake up? You guys going to get to building homes?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Eventually.
Right? So
Big risk of losing money.
100%, right?
Especially on
My
the
dad
first
did it
one.
A few times, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Someone going to guide you guys on the first one?
Well, yeah, we have Joe's dad, right? So
Okay.
He's
Joe's
done
dad,
3 homes.
Okay.
He's done York Downs, 127 York Downs, and it was either 103 or 104, and he severed the lot. He did A and B. So those were the sites that I was working on in the summer, drywall
Nice.
scraps, doing a little bit of
But you
finishing
weren't
here and
really
there.
paying attention to the actual...
Not really. I wasn't there mentally, man. I was more Game Boy, Pokemon.
See, that's a different game now that you guys were there, but you guys weren't there,
You,
right?
you weren't there mentally.
Yeah.
You weren't
So
checked
now
in.
you have a business, and now you've got to be there.
You have to.
Exactly.
You don't have a choice.
But Joe's dad still help. We're still his apprentices. As
Yeah,
much
I
as
still
it's our
work under
name.
my dad.
He's there with us.
Yeah, I'll usually do. It depends. So for me, like I'll do like right now. I started a basement for my girlfriend's cousin.
Okay.
So it's me and my girlfriend's father.
Okay.
And my dad is just my advisor. If I have any questions or whatever, give him a call. If I need a trade number, give him a call. So I'm doing that 3 days a week, and then the other 4 days a week we're doing his jobs, which are also my jobs as well. So me and him split on his jobs. I do my own thing. He does his own thing. And then he also works with other partners that I'll go on for an hourly wage. And so I'm doing all kinds, learning all kinds, different contractors, different ways of doing things. 1,000 ways to skin a cat, man. So,
Have you guys figured out how to make money?
Yeah.
Are you guys making money?
Yeah.
You sure making
Yeah,
money?
yeah, we're
And-
making money.
And you know how? Because I control all the paperwork.
That's it. He does all the homework.
So
I
it's
do all the
nice that
paperwork.
you guys have that split.
Yeah. No,
That's
for sure.
important, right?
Yeah.
I've always said partnerships actually make a lot of sense if you find the right partner.
Yeah. No, that's what it comes down to, right? So yeah, paperwork side's all me. I control the budget. I make the budget. I track progress draws. I track change orders because change orders are a big one. So yeah, everything's documented. I don't do anything unless it's documented.
Are you using a particular program, or you just made up your own?
No, so yeah, I have my own Excel sheet that I use.
All right. No, everyone gets started that way.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of people coming out of the woodwork that are offering programs. It may not necessarily work for you and your company. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
at the stage we're at now, like those I've used a lot of those higher end programs, and it's for a larger scale company, they're amazing. But what we're doing now, it's the methods we have
track,
now
yeah.
work. Yeah.
So are you guys also paying yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Just a lot of guys in the beginning, they don't realize that. They think that they're part of the business itself. And so they pay everybody else, and then they realize, here's my profit. This is what I got left over. My piece of it comes out of that, which is not the case.
What we've noticed is a lot of guys, especially the older guys, they'll go in, they know the numbers, they know the unit prices, right? And they'll tell the client the price, right?
Yeah.
And they'll say, hey, they'll call the plumber, right? They'll budget the plumber for $800, let's say 2 fixtures.
Yeah.
And then they'll tell the
2 fixtures at $800.
I'm just throwing numbers out.
Okay,
there.
that's cheap. I'm just
I'm not naming
okay.
any
All right,
plumbers.
okay,
I'm
all
not-
right, no. Plumbers are like ears are pricking up, going, what the fuck?
Yeah, no kidding.
we get good deals.
Okay, all right, no. Hey, what you get and what you sell, 2 different things.
So exactly.
Right.
What
So-
it costs to make an iPhone and what it
Exactly.
sells
And what it
for,
sells for.
2 different things.
right? So let's say that my dad charges the client. Let's say the budget is $1,000, but then the plumber comes to my dad and says, "Hey, look, like I need an extra $100." Now my dad's down $100, right? Whereas me and him, we will start from the beginning, calculate all of our material, all of our labor costs. We'll get the trades in there to tell us what they want, and then we'll make sure that there's enough on the side for our profit, right? So we price to make sure that we're getting paid at the end of the day, right? That I don't have to take much out of my profits to say, hey, my taper wanted an extra $200 or whatever. But we know that like we can add on our percentage on top, and we're okay giving them an extra $100, $200 because we've already made our 3 Gs or whatever.
Yeah. So
Right?
if the schedule goes well, I know exactly how much we'll make every week and how much we get
Before we even start the job.
before we start the job.
Yep.
right?
right?
So that's
And a lot of
big.
people don't do that.
Yeah.
They'll just go in there and say, "Hey, my plumber's this." And
Yeah,
then
like
something happens, and
But that's the old way of doing things.
Exactly.
And that's
We
what I
don't
said,
like
that's the
that.
old way. We don't like that, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm a numbers guy. I like to see everything presented to the client and be like, hey, this is it, and this is the schedule we're looking at, right? And it helps them envision it because they can prepare for, okay, I got this guy coming that day. Let me make sure this is out of his way, or let me make sure the driveway's available. That kind of thing, right?
Are you guys also presenting to the client your profit?
No.
Never.
You don't let them know what your management cost fees or anything like that?
None of their business.
As far as they're concerned, we don't get paid.
No, but you got to still, they got to ask about it.
The problem is that the client never truly appreciates what our
They never
time
will.
and that's why we don't like to tell them, because
Yeah.
they're never going to understand the amount of knowledge and experience that we've gone through to get to the point. You don't pay for our time, you pay for our experience.
Of course.
Right? So we can say, hey, we're $2,000 a week, right? But they'll look at it as, what the hell are you doing? You're just standing around kind of pointing the finger, but you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I got to do Home
There's a
Depot
bunch
runs.
of stuff before you even set foot on that job site.
Yeah, of
and-
course.
And a lot of them don't realize like gas and car, right? To get to
Time,
the site.
travel time,
That's
everything.
a cost.
Oh, of course. Oh, you got to factor all that stuff in.
Yeah, but,
Appreciation
you
of
know.
your tools, your truck, your oil
Yeah.
changes, your tires, your brakes.
Well, with that many batteries, there's lots of
Yeah.
You're going to have to get new batteries. No, batteries eventually do fail.
They do.
You haven't been down that road yet. Let them die.
Milwaukee's pretty good though. If you date your batteries from Milwaukee, I think
Oh,
it's
they're under
within
warranty,
3
yeah,
years.
yeah.
You bring it back. You say, hey, you put a multimeter to it. You say, hey, look, I got a voltage drop. We'll give you a new battery for free.
Will they really?
You got to date your
It's gotta
batteries
be-
though.
but
It's
it's
got to
gotta-
be within warranty. So you gotta date your
I thought
batteries.
their serial number on the date
Yeah.
of purchase, wouldn't that be dating it already?
It would, but just for your own records, you can't read a serial number unless you know what you're looking at. You worked in Milwaukee.
No, when you
before.
bring it in, though, you show it to them.
Yeah, but I don't want to make the trip there and spend gas and time to go,
Oh, okay.
right? So date
So
your
3
battery.
years, but if it's older than 3?
If it's over
If it's
3,
older,
they won't take it.
So within 3.
Within
If I'm almost positive it's
No, it's within 3.
It's within 3.
Yeah, we did a trip recently.
Okay.
Got some new
Yeah.
batteries.
Yeah, tools too. Your tools break, they open it, and they say they
yeah.
can't fix it. We'll give you a new one.
Really?
Yeah.
I have the little sawzall. I call it the turkey carver.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I call it the turkey
hacksaw.
carver. Yeah. The LED was flickering on the front. I don't know what the hell happened to it. I brought it to Milwaukee. They're like, yeah, here, take a new one.
So what's with Milwaukee's miter saw and the
I have
and
it.
the invisible table saw?
The invisible table saw.
Do they have a table saw finally?
They do.
I
Battery
haven't been
operated. I have
into
It's
it.
battery
battery
one?
operated.
It's good, man.
lot of
No, it's
batteries,
good. It works. It works.
How
It's
many
fantastic.
chargers do you have? Or you have the 6-pack? You have the 6-pack.
You have the 6-pack.
It's on backorder. I got
Yeah,
the new
it's
one that
coming in.
clips into my pack out. For the, everything's got to pack out, man.
Really?
I'm a big pack out fanatic. It keeps me organized. Keeps everything. I know exactly what's in my truck.
I'll show you the truck after. It's wild.
I have some
It's
tools on
wild.
that.
Is it a
basement
truck?
still.
Is it a van?
No, it's a
truck.
pickup.
I have a
You went-
1500.
You went pickup truck? With all the pack outs in the back?
I don't have my back.
You got to see how
seats.
he rigged it up. He built his own platform that clips into.
And then it comes out.
Yep.
Yeah, if I need it to come out, it'll come out.
How are you? You have a cab.
I do. I have
That's
full
why.
cab. That's why. Full cab. Right? I didn't want to put my tools in the back because if I got to bring drywall, I got to bring studs, I got to get rid of garbage, then I got to leave all my tools there, and then, it's a disaster for me. I'd rather keep everything in the cab, and then I have my back for whatever I need it.
It's
for.
smart. It makes a lot of sense.
To me, it made sense.
Convenient.
Right? It's all about convenience.
Even the hand tools are Milwaukee. Yeah.
I got to question that.
Mine are.
No, I
Yeah.
got an S-wing hammer. There's certain things that like I know what's
That's
better.
swing. I think you're the first person probably on this show to admit that.
Why admit it?
I don't know, because it's an old school hammer.
Exactly.
It is an old school hammer. Yeah,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No,
I'm-
I'm not saying they're bad hammers, but all the
good
cool
hammers.
kids are using what these days, right? So it's like they're spending $4 on a hammer. You can get a-
Stilettos.
You can get a nice hammer, right, for next to nothing.
That's it, man. 22 ouncer for what? $60 at the depot.
And they're like,
Can't
oh, you
go
don't have
wrong.
to swing as much. You don't have to, it hurts your arm after. So
Develop the bicep.
You know what's
man.
funny? I've had an old guy say that to me recently because he's like, "Why such a heavy hammer?" I'm like, "Because it gives me the power I need." Yeah, by the end of the day, your arm's tired. I'm like, "Listen, I'm swinging the hammer. Don't worry." Like,
You go to the gym, you stay fit.
Yeah,
dude. You
like,
swing the hammer all day, man.
So you guys you have everybody, all trades are all set up. You guys don't have to bring anybody else on board, or you guys still looking?
no, we're always looking.
Okay.
Like,
Always looking.
oh, sorry, to join our.
Well, yeah, to
join
be
us?
with you guys to work, because you guys aren't doing everything.
No, we sub out electrical.
We sub,
plumbing,
we sub out the, we
drywall,
sub out the big
taping.
jobs, but like
Yeah.
stuff we can do in house. We do ourselves, obviously.
Yeah,
Like you're not gonna call a drywaller for a bathroom. You can do that yourself.
yeah.
But yeah, we're always willing to take on new people, new trades, and a lot of guys surprise us. Like people have reached out, being like, "Hey, we do drywall or taping, and they end up being one of the best.
Yeah, he was the best.
That's how we met our taper. Yeah,
He's the best.
Yeah.
What are the clients like these days that you guys are coming across? See, I've heard of this before when it was young trades just getting started. Even though they have all their shit all set up properly, clients will still question a young tradesperson.
No, there's definitely some skepticism we put up with. Of
course,
like we
right?
see it, right? And honestly, like I agree with them. Like, you know, two young guys walk in talking about a subject you know nothing about, right?
Yeah.
So they question it. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. Do they know what they're talking about? Like, how do I know they're not full of it?
The work
kind of thing.
shows.
But
When
that's
you
what
have a
happens.
finished
So
product, the work shows
what we've been
usually
doing a lot is we like everyone, we document our jobs, and showing them the visual aspect and how we got from point A to point B really helps out. And we use a lot of references. We contact previous clients, be like, is it okay if, we distribute your phone number to this client? They want to call you, and like, yeah, no problem. Sure. Absolutely. And
It's word of mouth. It
word of
helps
mouth.
you
Yeah.
guys, right?
100%. Yeah.
I'm also noticing with clients too is that there's a lot of indecisiveness. Like I can show up to a site, take note of everything that needs to be done, form a quote, and then I go back the next day and it's all change order.
When you're saying divisive, what is it? Because
indecisive, or it's like they can't finalize a product before I'm like this basement I've started framing, but now we're talking about moving walls, new doors, this and that, and it's like I have my plates shot down already. Like now I got because it's a finished basement already. I'm just going on top of existing. They want a bedroom and some other stuff. Now we're talking about taking out my tap cons. Now I got holes in the floor that I got to repair.
That's where you come in now, Anthony, because now you got to factor in
That's
what's the change. Now you got work to remove.
It comes down to man hours, and that's how we price our changes.
So you go back to the client and you go, listen, here's the scope. You want us to make the change. This is what the man hours are going to be.
Correct.
This is the cost for it. Do you guys want to prove it? Go from there.
Exactly.
Simple
That's
as
right.
that.
And that's why a scope of work at the beginning of the project is so important, and I cannot stress it enough. A scope of work has to be thorough, has to be detailed, and you and the client both have to understand it in and out. That way, when a change order does come, there's no fight, right?
But you guys are also, in that scope, you guys are also putting down, like even at the beginning of your estimate, you're putting down specific fixtures that they're purchasing, they've agreed to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At
A
that point?
lot of times we get them to purchase it before
we even start.
or we purchase it.
I know,
that
but
way
I've
it's
had
there.
clients like change a range 5 days before it's supposed to be installed.
Yeah.
Change it to a completely different model that is going to affect the whole cabinetry at that point.
That's where you have to educate them. You sit down and be like, look,
Oh, no, totally. You
this
educate them.
change.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to. And I think a lot of the clients, if they're reasonable, if you sit down with them, you educate them. A lot of it comes with education. You just got to educate them on, what this change causes, the repercussions of this change, right? And then it's going to affect this, it's going to delay this, it's going to cost this. And then they get a better grasp of it. Okay, you know what? I can live without that, but can we change this? Sure, that doesn't affect X, Y, and Z.
Tired of keeping track of paper estimate documents? Make the switch to digital estimating with PataBid Quantify. Quantify offers electrical and mechanical contractors the ability to centralize all estimates, pricing, and bid documentation. Quantify offers users automated takeoff, pricing service, manual drafting, public tender searching, full closeout, and much more. Set your contracting business up for long-term success with PataBid and never lose an estimate again. Go to www.patabid.com to book a software demo or sign up for a free 2-week trial today. Let me do a little history and construction. I just had a quick peek at this. We're doing history of the drill.
Of the Milwaukee drill?
So a bore drill were created in Egypt around 3000 BC. Augers were created by ancient Romans.
Yep.
The first electric drills were made in Australia by Arthur Arnott and William Brain in 1889. They were made handheld a few years later by Germans, Wilhelm and Carl Fien. The trigger switch operated pistol handle drill was created in 1917 by Black & Decker. You guys still waiting for Milwaukee to say something here? No,
Yeah.
no, Milwaukee's not on this.
what,
They also created the first cordless drill in 1961, but the cordless drills weren't available to the public until Makita's model in 1978.
That explains
The
a
first cordless drills in the 60s had only 4.8 volt batteries. By the 80s, they were 9.6 volt batteries. Now 36 volt batteries or greater exist.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's good to know. The Makita, it makes sense now because a lot of the older trades, Makita.
It's Eastern European.
Makita tools everywhere.
Eastern European and mostly European are Makita boys.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I see it. Portuguese, Italian is Makita mostly. You get the Croatians, you get all those guys. Russians, they're all Makita.
I find that the older Italians are Makita. My dad's generation, so around 50 years old right now, they're more DeWalt. But it's true. Yeah, but hey,
50 years old.
but they're DeWalt. They're all DeWalt. And then the newer generation,
They're DeWalt because I think they're the brightest, and that's what they can see.
You gotta remember, these guys are up there.
They could be looking at a wall there, and all of a sudden, like, get the yellow one.
Yeah.
Get the yellow
Stands
one.
out.
I see it on the job site.
And then, Milwaukee's definitely done a really good job with their marketing and delivery of their tools.
I'm not dismissing any of the brands. They're all good for a good reason.
They all have their specialties.
But there's all razzing. But there is a mechanical loyalty towards Milwaukee. That's just a fact. Plumbers, some electricians. Electricians are also mostly Makita as well. Carpenters are DeWalt.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Framers are DeWalt. Right, so there is that loyalty kind of thing there.
And then
kind of learning it too. Outside of Canada is the same way too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed a lot of the plumbers, even myself, all my plumbing tools, like the hand tools at least, are rigid.
But Rigid was
Rigid
a hand
pipe cutters.
tool
I started
company
with
way
Rigid.
back in the day. They
I don't know,
came
all
up
the
with the pipe wrench.
All the plumbers swear by it.
Well, Rigid's plumbing tools are amazing.
Yeah.
As a professional plumber, Rigid, right?
And they've been doing it forever. They've
pros
been
are
making
telling
plumbing
us.
tools.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, they've been doing
So what kinds of jobs have you guys already done, and what kinds of jobs you guys want to do? Outside of building a house, what do you guys want to get into?
I'd like to build a subdivision.
You want to get into track building?
Yeah, I like to do track building.
A lot of politics in there.
I know. It comes.
He's got the experience.
You got to remember,
for it.
I'm the PM here, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of bullshit rules,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah. I know.
You're going to have to cut a lot of corners.
Yeah.
To make the numbers
if you want
work,
to do,
right?
you got to find a way to do it without cutting corners, but
How?
I got to figure it out.
You figured it out?
No, I have to figure it out. We haven't done it yet. But yeah, track building a whole subdivision, yeah.
It's challenging.
It's for sure, it's a challenge, right?
There's Matt from Cambridge, Finney Design and Builds, I think. He does track building out that way. He loves it. He's all set up for it.
There you go.
Reasonably priced track building. He's not I don't think he's cutting corners.
So there is a way to do it.
There is a way to do it, but I mean, there's also a speed, right? Like you got to finish it by a certain time.
Yeah.
It's challenging, man.
It is challenging, but like when you work with schedules all day, you can make it happen, whether that's, increasing manpower, right? Or another one is, what else was there? The workday, even if they increase it another 2 hours, hour after. There's a way to do it.
How do we do that in winter hours, man? We get it's pitch black outside right
5
now.
o'clock.
Well,
You got we got the Milwaukee
the
wobble
Milwaukee
light.
You got the torpedo light. That's it.
Then you're going to need extension cords because those batteries are going to run out.
But then, it depends what stage of construction you're at, right? And then timing's another thing. If you build, in the spring, that's probably the best time. Just as everything's thawing out, that's the best time to get in the hole. Start digging.
When I first learned that the average track building home took 19 weeks to make, I was like, whoa,
wow.
What's not being done? 19 weeks. From dig?
Yeah, from hole
to occupant.
Yeah, to turnover. Wow. That's
19 weeks, man.
Wow.
That's fast.
That's 5 months.
No, that's really
That's fast.
That's 5 months,
From
man.
dig to get the homeowners inside.
That's
Like there's a lot of corners that are cut to make that, and then there's the whole deficiencies after that.
Yeah,
go
you always
back
have
in
your
there,
punch
fix
list
this
and
and
you
fix
have-
this and fix this, right?
Yeah.
But they're inside the house at that point. It's Terry. You're gonna have to deal with Terrion.
yeah,
Or
Terry. 2-year warranty.
whatever they're calling themselves these days.
No, they're still Terrion.
I don't. Is there still Terrion?
Yeah, they're still Terry on.
Love to get them on the show, but I don't think they'd like to come on the show.
Too corporate.
I don't know, because I would ask them direct questions. I guess
It's true. Yeah. They
Stuff
speak
like,
legalese.
what exactly do you guys fucking do?
We protect the homeowner.
No, you do not protect the homeowner. You do not protect the homeowner. They do a lot of interesting things, but not protect the homeowner. So what do you guys think about the construction industry?
It's changing. It's changing.
In the
for
last,
sure.
what?
5 years,
Dramatically changed? I agree with you.
right? Yeah, it's dramatically changed.
In what respect?
Quality.
Quality, labor. Labor's another one. Materials. Material procurement's a big one. Now it's
Huge.
kitchens,
what?
Kitchens are like 5
10 weeks out.
maybe,
more.
longer.
I know Little Tony. I've known Little Tony since I was this
what?
tall. The guy who was on the
Atlas.
podcast, Atlas Kitchens.
Oh, okay.
He's on the
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
here.
yeah.
The little, I call him Little Tony. His name is Tony.
Yeah, I know.
Does he know you call him? That's gonna listen to this.
Yeah, yeah, I call him Little Tony. No.
We still need kitchens, man. don't bite the hand that.
No, he's been a family friend since I was tiny, man. So I've known him for a while. So like, even if I call him to put in a favor, man, it's like in some time out for some cabinets. You know what I mean? It's a long time.
Yeah.
So what would he speed it up to? 6 weeks? No.
Depend. I don't want to say the S word because if it's
No.
an S word type cabinetry, you know what S word I'm talking about, right?
Listen, man, it may be my show, but I don't give a shit. You can say whatever you want to say.
If it's a square shaker.
A shaker?
You could tell we've been listening to the show.
If it's a shaker and it's simple, I'm sure he'd speed it along for me. But again, it's how a CNC machine is all scheduled out, right?
We interviewed a couple in Greece building renovating a 200-year-old house in Greece.
Wow, that's gotta be cool.
And that was actually very cool. And then I got to
What'd
the
they
end
find?
of the show. They found all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
There was a funny joke. They found some nudie mags from the 60s and stuff like that. So
Wow.
it was interesting. But there's other things that I asked them about the kitchen. I was like thinking, because they were talking about all kinds of other stuff that they're going to build, terrace zones. So it's a beautiful place, man. It's like a beautiful place. Then I asked them about the kitchen cabinets, and I was like, please don't tell me you guys are doing shaker. And then they both looked at me like, fuck, we're doing shaker.
It's what's in, man.
It is what's in,
that's what's
yeah.
changed too.
Well,
Before
I
it was
could
all-
make it go out. It's like it's not what's in. It's what's safe.
That's true. Yeah, for resale, like even shaker, like hollow core doors or
barn
Yeah.
doors, shakers,
barn door. Yeah, they're all
pocket doors,
that
shakers.
basement we did was all shaker doors.
It was all shakers,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but they're all solid though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all
it's
Wait,
all
wait,
solid.
shaker,
solid.
what? Single panel, two,
Single panel,
three,
yes.
single panel.
Yeah. Single panel
But still
shaker.
solid though.
Solid,
Solid,
yeah.
yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
get hollow core.
No, yeah, that's right. It wasn't hollow core that place.
Yeah, but that's still fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah,
but here's the
nice
thing: is though,
doors.
if you're doing a shaker panel door, what type of wainscoting are you doing?
No wainscoting.
No wainscoting at all. You got to do shaker panel wainscoting because it goes
Yeah.
with the door.
You have to keep everything square, but now
Square,
you're
yeah, it's all
wainscoting
square.
square, and that's
I know, but that's shaker. That's not cabinetry in the kitchen.
yeah, it's
That's
just
more
the style.
trim.
Yeah,
Right?
You're right.
So it's the same argument about step fucking bevel trim, right? Like I'm not a fan of step.
goes in.
No, it's just a one angle and straight down.
Oh,
the classic
basement
Toronto.
I'm doing.
Everybody's asking for
I
that.
haven't used that. I haven't
Painters
used any-
love that.
I haven't used any.
Painters
stuff.
It's
love
easy
it.
to paint.
Yeah, because fuck, they use the one sander. That's
Yeah,
exactly
right
it.
across.
Yeah, right across.
Instead of like, I love giving the painters always comes in and then on the first day he's like comes up to me and he pulls me over and he counts all the reveals. And he goes, see this?
Really?
This has fucking got 9 reveals in here. What's wrong with you, man? I was like, okay. He goes, what's the big deal? He goes, we're gonna have to hand sand everything. I go, you're a fucking painter.
That's your
job.
That's your job.
I sent you pictures.
You know what you should do? Just get the carpenter to put a lot of nails.
No,
They
you
always
can't
have
do that
that. Put a lot.
because he'll freak out. He'll freak
You
out.
really want to get him mad.
What are you guys' specialty? Like, what are you guys like doing yourselves on? Yeah, you're still on the tools, right?
Yeah. Well,
so what do you guys like?
at night
doing?
I'm on the night.
No,
and
no,
weekend
I
I'm
know.
on
I'm
tools,
part of the
yeah.
business, but what do you guys like swinging?
Flooring,
Yeah,
Flooring?
We're good
Me
at
and him
flooring.
love
Yeah,
flooring,
we call
man.
ourselves seamless.
seamless flooring,
Seamless flooring.
Really?
Yeah.
but only SPC. We don't do hardwood. We don't do tile. Don't do anything else. Just straight up free floating SPC. That's it. And we are good.
Why?
Why? It's easy.
It's like big Lego.
It's
adult
easy
Lego.
and it's like Lego.
Just locks into each other.
That's
Just
it.
locks in. Everything's
Locks in, and
seamless.
it's
We're
clean.
good.
Okay, but if you want to be a flooring expert, you're gonna have to do a herringbone or a spine, man.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Glue down.
Ah.
Yeah. Right now we're just doing floating.
We're doing floating
We're
floors,
just doing
man. We're
floating.
good.
Do you
We're
walk into any of these older homes in Toronto or these older homes
Yeah,
in
it's
Europe?
pretty cool.
What is it? It's all herringbone. It's all
Herringbone, and we've
glue-
seen a couple that have like a nice perimeter around
Yes,
it. Like it's beautiful.
a little rosette or something, like a
Yeah.
little inlay. Like you see these guys actually doing a frame around all the
Yeah.
herringbone, and they're getting their festool and they're doing the tongue
Yeah.
and the groove and everything.
It's
I'm like,
amazing. They're
that's
artists.
flooring to me.
That-
They're
That's
artists.
artists.
Even
For-
some of our tile set, like the tile setter, like
Oh.
some of their work is just phenomenal.
You guys don't do tile?
We don't do tile.
Why don't you guys want to get into tile?
It's hard to learn.
Hard to learn.
There's no
Heavy
school.
lifting.
There's no school for it.
Yeah.
Like you can't learn it from a book. Like
There's no school for
I
a
think
lot
there's
of
some
trades.
books out there, but I wouldn't learn it from a
Yeah.
book.
Yeah, you got to be there. You got to do watch.
float and travel to use. And
I don't know. And even that's not correct.
what do you mean?
Because the trials that they're recommending, it's not designed so much on you. It's the tile. You have to wait until you get the tile to figure out what it is, and then you've got a
True,
trial
yeah.
and error to get your minimum 85 to 90% coverage on it.
Yep.
Even I learned that recently through. I had the Schluter rep in here. We were talking about that.
Oh, nice.
Because I was asking the question about what size trial for what tile, and then he gave me the math. He showed me the breakdown on the math based on. I was having a conversation with a tile setter. We were debating whether or not a 1/2x1/2 trowel notch gives you more mortar or less mortar than a 3/8 tall 1/4 inch notch. And the math dictated that the 1/2x1/2 does give you more
volume.
Yeah. So it's the same size cut up and down versus we were thinking a narrow cut and a higher cut on a trowel. We thought you would have more collapsing, so you'd have more mortar, but that's not the case. So there is a math that you can actually use to do that. So that's what I'm saying. A book is full of shit. I've never seen that formula in a book.
We should test our tile setter. See what he says.
Because every tile setter, I think, is like you got a 2 foot by 2 foot tile, whatever. And you're like, oh, give me the 3/4, give me the 1/2x1/2. No, you're supposed to test it out and then press it down. And also the other thing is that there's no minimum. So it's not really about where the height is, where it sits and stuff like that. It's the coverage.
It's how much you're pressing the tile in to spread out that mortar to get that coverage on
You
the
have
tile.
to lift up that tile to
Yeah.
look at the back, and you have to see that there's a minimum 90% coverage on that
I
tile.
know that.
Yeah,
Learn
it's
something
good
new
to-
every
yeah.
day.
Well, there's all kinds of shit. And
Wow.
then if you don't do that, then all of a sudden you're going to have drop
Hollow
something on
tiles.
it. You're going to have a hollow spot.
Hollow spot. Yeah, that
Crap.
explains the hollow spots.
But now you get into the world of slabs and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
There's lots to learn.
Oh, big time. Especially with slabs, right? Because, for example, in a condo building, the slab is never 100%. So then you bring in the floor leveling contractor. But what they guarantee is a flat surface. It's not level.
Can't be level. It's
Right?
impossible.
So they just make it flat.
Yes. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty.
Oh, it looks clean.
You guys have done condos?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You like condos?
I don't.
We've renovated. Well, how many?
I don't.
I do a lot of bathrooms in condos.
Yeah.
That's mostly what we do. I've done a kitchen in
How
a
do you do
condo
the
once.
drains?
Oh, we had a. You don't move them.
Can't move
We
them.
don't move them.
I actually, we fought this condo. in
How
this
do you do
bathroom.
that? It's not a pan, or is it a pan? What
Yeah.
do you guys use?
I
Dry
did it-
pack?
Yeah.
Usually with dry packs. We'll frame the shower, dry pack, tile
No,
out.
So
hot.
you're doing rubber membrane then?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
membrane
liner.
underneath. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
Liner, and then we've started using Schluter as a standard.
At
a lot
least
of
in
the
his
places.
line
Do
of work.
they let you? Are they the condo allowing you to use Schluter? I know some places won't.
No, yeah, they do.
They still let you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought it was a fire thing.
No, I haven't had any problems yet.
Foam is flammable.
Yeah, I haven't had any
Okay.
issues yet.
All right, I was just curious about that.
As long as the drywall's fire.
No,
rated.
they see the spec sheet and everything. Say okay.
But no, just recently we were putting in a tub in a condo. The tub was 5 foot. The bathroom was double layered drywall. So the bathroom was like 410, 4.8. So we had to like take out drywall. And then the drain, it was just a copper stack for the bottom of the tub, but we had to bring that lower. But the thing is it was going into the slab. So we had to find a way to cut it out in the slab. So first we started with the inside cutter. We lost it in the drain. And then we just ended up using snips, really, and just going. Then you just pop the Fernco on, make sure it's down enough, and that's how we got it on, man. It's tough sometimes.
Condos are a
tricky.
challenge because then you got to be
Can't
mindful.
crack
Working hours, another one, right?
Working hours, service
You
elevator.
mean existing condo instead of a new
Yeah.
condo?
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
more
yeah.
existing. He does new condos.
Yeah, the new
That's,
ones.
that's why I've only done one.
And
Too
never
many
again.
rules, man. Too many rules. Not for my liking. Where do you park?
That too.
Material. Damage to the hallway. Dirt.
Got to clean
Yeah.
up.
Oh, I love
common
I love the
areas.
other residents. They're like, oh, there's a speck of dirt on the ground there. Like,
Why is the elevator in service?
yeah, why is the other? Then you're trying to bring certain things up or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I
yeah.
don't-
Can't drop a bin anywhere.
Can't drop it.
No.
down.
We do it. Well, actually, we do it with the cube van. We park the cube van, load it with garbage, and get it out.
Yeah, but now the Cuban's dirt.
Yeah,
But
Sweep it out when you get to
sweep
the
it out
dump.
when you get there.
or you can use a Milwaukee blower.
That's it.
We have that. You have the blower. Yeah. No, sorry, the vacuums. The vacuums.
We put the tube on the other side of the vacuum and we get a little Milwaukee blower out of it. Man.
I
But
forgot.
yeah, they just came out one that runs 36 now because it's two 18s. So they'll, it's a blower with 2 batteries. on
I'm
it.
still impressed, and I told it. I don't know what show it was. I said I came across a video about a Makita cooler.
Makita's,
An oven.
Makita's got some pretty cool.
It's an oven, man.
Yeah.
You can cook-
Milwaukee's
Unreal.
slacking, man. Milwaukee needs. Makita has a coffee maker. You put the Nespresso pods in.
I know.
They
Yeah.
have that. They have the Roomba.
So what's Milwaukee doing?
I don't
Nobody's
know.
gonna do it. Nobody's gonna buy it. Makita's gonna buy that.
I think if Milwaukee makes them red and they slap Milwaukee on it, people will fucking buy it, man. I'm
Joe
telling
will
you.
buy it for sure.
I'll buy it for sure.
Just buy the Makita one and spray paint it red. Just do it that way, or is that blasphemy?
Sacrilege. Sacrilegious.
You can get the decals when you return one of the batteries or whatever, and get a new battery, and just like give me the decal.
Yeah, can I have the decal? He gunned it off.
So you guys don't think you'll be jaded by the industry?
No, I don't think so. Not at all.
No.
I think it would have happened already.
I think it would have
How are you gonna handle a bad client? Client don't want to pay.
Comes down to patience, right?
Client
Client
don't wanna
refuses to pay.
This
Client refuses to pay.
Everything, yeah, well, everything's documented in paperwork.
everything's documented.
So take the client to court.
You can put a lien. You can
Worst,
take him to
yeah,
court.
worst case scenario, you go small claims court.
Usually the way we like to do it is like, we like to take draws in stages. So like when I give a quote, me personally, I'll break down everything into chunks, right? So start with the framing, then rough and electrical, plumbing, and go from there, flooring, whatever. And at each stage, I'll give them a semi breakdown of the price. I'll say, look, this stage is going to cost us X amount. I need a deposit of half up front, and then at stage completion, I need the rest of it. And then to start the next stage, I won't start it until I take the next stage payment.
Yeah.
Right? So then I don't get caught with my pants down and saying, hey, look, if you don't pay me, I'm just not going to show up. It's simple as that.
But your tools there, materials there, everything's there. The
No,
truck's on
in
hold.
between stages, I demob. I don't have much, right? I pack out and clip everything together, take it out,
Okay.
right? I'll demobilize everything and say, hey, look, I'm not coming back until you pay me.
What's to you guys being new in not new, but newish on
Newish.
your own?
Yep.
What's the industry doing wrong? We're not perfect.
No, we're not. We're
What's
not.
the industry doing wrong?
Because I'm
It
sure you
need-
guys
it-
going in, you
you-
look at, okay, how do I make this wheelhouse better?
Yeah.
The last guy making it the next guy's problem. That's what's wrong, I think.
A lot
That's
of
still, a lot of that's still going on.
Yeah, a lot of trades are
of
pushing.
course.
They push the buck, right? It's okay. It's a carpenter's problem, drywaller's problem,
Taper's problem.
paper's problem, right?
Painter's
It's
problem.
it's ownership
And then
of
your
the work.
deficiency is right there. Once the painter slaps paint over it, you still see the deficiency, and it's like
But then it becomes
your
Becomes
problem,
our problem, yeah. So
and then
I-
we got to go back to the painter, back to the tapers,
yeah.
come back, sand, this
So-
and that, cost more money.
would
but
you guys go back to them or would you guys just fix it and not use them on another job?
Depends what it is. If it's something major, then they're coming back to fix it,
No, of course.
right?
Also depends if it's my regular trade. If it's my painter that I've been using for the past 3 years, right? I'm gonna say, hey, look, man, we got issues here. You got to get back here, right? You want to keep the relationship. We got to keep it healthy between us, right? It is your deficiency at the end of the day, right? Come back, fix it, and we'll be good. I'll give you the next one.
Is everybody that you guys are using the same age group?
No.
Older?
No.
Older.
Older, yeah.
Older.
Oh no, sorry. I shouldn't say that. The electrician we use, the plumbers we use, they're around our age.
Because they're our cousins.
They're our cousins
Okay.
and friend. And then the tile setter. Who else is pretty?
Well, no, my tile setter's
Painter.
old. Well,
Yeah.
not old. I can't say old. If he hears me say he's old, he's
How old is he?
probably like
54?
52.
Yeah,
Luigi's
Fuck, that's
54.
fucking ancient. Oh my god.
Ah,
Okay,
here we
so-
go.
I'm fucking 51, man.
Okay,
Holy
so there you
fuck.
go.
sorry.
Fucking. Both of you guys need to go to the optometrist, man.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, tile setter. I find that a lot of our finish guys were like, that trade makes a difference in the final product. So taping, drywalling.
Finish carpenter, he's up there too.
Finish car, yeah,
Yeah.
The other Luigi, our finish carpenter, he's
Yeah.
up there too. He's probably like 65. My painter, he's up there too. He's
62.
like 62. Frank's 62.
So they're not going to be in the game for much longer.
No. Oh, and that's
we
the
do have
problem,
but
but we
we're
have younger
planning. We're
guys.
using other guys to start taking on smaller projects, so they're getting used to the way we do our work, the quality we expect. That way, when these older guys retire, we can bring them in full time.
My
And
brick-
are they showing promise?
They are 100%.
yeah,
They
they're showing
are
promise.
100%.
The only thing we haven't found is a young bricklayer yet. My bricklayer is like 76.
Yeah, he's up there. Yeah.
Well, there's a few guys. I mean, it depends on what the jobs are.
Hey, where's the camera? You're a bricklayer out there. You're like 30. Give me a call, man.
No, reach out to
What's
Craig
it?
Moore, but he's in Hamilton. I don't know if
There's another guy I follow on social media. I forget his name.
there's the brick chick as well
TM
too.
or something. I know Heavy Duty uses him.
There's Greenstone, which is Mike.
No, yeah, it wasn't Greenstone.
Heavy Duty. I don't know who Heavy Duty
Yeah,
uses.
I know Heavy Duty is using them right now. So
Okay.
so yeah, and they did my neighbor's chimney. So he did good work. He's a young guy.
Why? A lot of people are asking for brickwork.
Yeah, actually, yeah, yeah. We've
This year alone,
New
there's like
brickwork or
four of our
roof?
jobs
No.
were brickwork.
it's repair. So what we do is we'll do all the in-house stuff. We'll take it off. We'll clean the brick. We'll stack it, put the door in, and then the bricklayer's gonna come tooth it back in. That was a cool one.
That
And he
was
did
a
he
cool
did a
one.
window. He did a couple windows.
yeah,
for
he
us
did a
this year, yeah.
window. He did a window. I had him at another job for
A fireplace. Did a fireplace. too.
fireplace,
Yep.
column repair. I had him over there. He did a. But these guys are like in and out too. It's like they'll crush a skid of bricks and a half and like.
Yeah, but that's busy, right? Who else is there? There's straight up masonry. I think Tony, Irish guy. He's in his. I don't know. He might be in his late 30s. Might be too old for you guys.
No, he's perfect. 30 is perfect.
Listen, there's no age on skill. all right?
Absolutely not.
That's just a
Absolutely
fact.
not. We love learning, and we'll work alongside him too.
Yeah.
Like we'll mix mortar for the tile setter, we'll mix mortar for the bricklayer. We'll do
all that kind of stuff.
yeah, just so we can learn. Love to learn it. And it's an advantage for you too, because you know how the work has to get done. You know what to have prepared for these guys, and you know it makes their life easier, makes your life easier, right?
Got to run somewhere, grab material, whatever. You're there for them, right? It's not they have to put the phone call in, wait. It's run to the depot. Usually on a job site, a depot is within 20 minutes of any job site, really, right? So within an hour, you'll have what they need, right?
Is it cost effective to just go to the big box, or does it make more sense to go to relationships?
It depends.
Yeah.
Like niche stuff, like our HVAC stuff, we go see Reverse-O-Matic all the time. Unless it's like first thing in the morning, we need a boot or we need a 90 or something, we go to the depot.
That's size of the job.
Yeah, size of the job too. Amount of material, all that. But again, it also depends how out of the way our supplier is. If my supplier is an hour from the job site, I'm not going to trek 2 hours there and back to pick up whatever, right? Just a small little thing I can go see depot for, right? But we try to keep it within the suppliers.
So building a house, what steps of the house don't you guys know too much about? Fill in the blanks, I guess.
I'm just trying to think. Like we've seen it all, right?
I've seen it all. My dad's done it. I was there with him from when they broke ground to homeowners in. Anything specific? Like,
but you guys seen it all, but you guys weren't paying attention to all of it.
Not really, not necessarily. So like again, like digging the hole in the ground, how doesn't the dirt cave in before you put your foundation wall up and stuff like that? Like I haven't seen a foundation wall being poured.
Oh,
no, I've never seen that.
Okay.
I know, surprising.
You've seen it?
Oh yeah.
Haven't seen that. Roofing, I don't know too much about. Shingles, I'm sure it's not that difficult. That's one thing I don't like saying. I don't like saying it's easy because nothing's easy.
It's not easy.
Nothing's easy. Nothing's
easy. It's one of the challenging trades out there.
For sure. But
easy to cut corners in that trade.
Yeah, for sure.
Easy to do a
who goes up on the roof to see it, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
until you have a leak, then you realize you got a problem.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah.
It's just certain trades that I don't see every day is what I'm trying to get at, is what I don't really know too much about. Like, again, like the roofing, pouring concrete, everything else, like framing, all that kind of jazz. I see.
Stairs are tricky.
Stairs are tricky.
Stairs are tricky.
Stairs are kind
building
of
on site or having them fabricated?
No, fabricated
and then delivered,
installed.
Why are they tricky?
Well, for example, we had at that other project, we had to build them the landing essentially, right?
Yeah.
And it had to be within millimeters.
Of course.
Because it had to just drop
Done that
in.
all the time. That's where drawings come in.
Yeah.
And you get them to come on site and you verify, and we actually draw exactly where that line is.
So they drew the line. We built it. I had to come back, do the measurement. Is it good? Yes. Okay, perfect.
And?
It was bang on.
Okay. All right.
Thank God. No, but I got them back just because.
I did the same thing.
Right?
I do the same thing. I don't give a shit.
Take that extra.
Just
yeah,
take
same.
The
I don't care.
Take the trip and that's it.
I don't
take
care.
The trip so you don't have to make 3 more trips to do it
but
again.
it's cheaper for him to come than to send a whole new set of stairs.
That too.
Right? These things are made.
Here's a question that I haven't asked anybody on the show before, ever.
All right.
Who's the most important trade?
Oh, don't do that to us.
The framer.
What?
Anthony?
The framer.
Who's the most important trade?
Man. I'm saying this because if something goes wrong, it causes a lot of damage. I'm going to say the plumber.
So you guys haven't really been listening all that much then. How many shows have you guys listened to?
2, 3.
I look at every trade as all equal, and not one trade is more important than area. It was a trick question, guys.
It was, and we failed.
Because I just find it funny that I've said it before where drywallers think that they're the most important trade. And I'm like, fuck you. They're not. Everybody is equal.
It's fine.
Everybody is equal.
Everybody has to put the same quality and the same.
I'm talking
everybody
damage,
delivers.
yeah.
Everybody delivers. It's not that you guys got it wrong or something like that. It's just that's how I look at it.
No, hey, it's a great way of looking at it.
Right?
I mean,
I can't say you're more important because you dug the hole. I can't say you're more important because you poured the concrete foundation perfectly straight.
That's it.
Framer, you built everything proper. I can't say that, right?
Oh.
Everybody is equal. That's how you got to look at it, right?
That's really true.
That's what I think.
No, I'm gonna get a change order from every trade tomorrow.
OBC talk here. We're doing
Yeah.
some definitions. So see if you guys get some of these right. Trust me, I don't even know these. Angelina just puts these together for me. Deep foundation. What's a deep foundation? It's a foundation unit that transfers load to soil or rock deep below the building, for example, piles.
Yep.
Design bearing. pressure, design bearing pressure. Pressure applied by the foundation to soil or rock. So there's actually a static, what's it called? A force that pushes against the actual
hydrostatic pressure.
That's it. That's what it is, right? Sometimes I pay attention to the engineers when they're on site.
Yeah.
Design capacity, the total daily design sanitary sewage flow. Design capacity has something to do with your sewage flow. Design load applied to a foundation unit. Developed length along the center line of pipes and fittings. Distributing pipe in a water distribution system. Distribution box, device for equally distributing affluent from a treatment unit. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Distribution pipe, lines of perforated or open joint pipe or tile in a leaching bed to distribute. Yeah, so that's basically your drainage pipe, your weeping tile.
Yeah, that's your storm drainage.
The final one, what's a drum trap?
A drum
Take a guess on what and this is as per the OBC.
Yeah,
Drum trap.
It's
got to be mechanical related.
It's a trap with an inlet and outlet in the sides of it, cylindrically. What body? Is that what it is?
Cylindrical body. Okay.
I don't know what the fuck that is. I've never installed one of
No,
those.
neither have I.
Festa Group Contracting Inc. Mozzone, right? No.
Mazzone. He got it.
Mazzone Anthony. I butcher everybody's name. Mazzone Anthony at gmail.com and Joseph, what? Oh, no, sorry. Yeah. Joseph, I was reading like Joseph Plam. No, it's Joseph Mozzone.
Joseph A. Mazzone.
That's why I'm seeing it. Joseph A. Mazzone at gmail.com. You guys got to change the Gmail to Festa Group.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's in the works.
Styrofoam, man. It's brand spanking new. What else? Okay, what else you guys want to chat about?
What else we got going on? We're pretty busy.
You guys worried about next year recession?
Oh man,
We keep hearing rumors about it.
it's not rumors.
Yes.
It's fact. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's
It's
gonna.
fact. It's going to
It's
happen.
gonna-
I don't know.
It's refreshing to hear a 20-something say
It's
it.
gonna happen. You got interest rates. The Bank of Canada just increased interest rates again.
7 times. How do you say 7 in Italian?
Sette.
Sette times. It almost sounds like sad times, eh?
Yeah.
There's gonna be some sad times, man. And
I don't say that.
price of lending.
It's
is gonna
going to
go
happen,
up.
but the thing is that I think everybody's just going to have to shift gears, man. Like I've heard guys on the show, and I've said it as well too. It's like, fine, you don't have a whole basement rental to do, but you got a client who's willing to do a bathroom. Make the fucking best bathroom ever.
Yeah,
That's
and
your
you know
job.
what? We take
for
on that
January.
we take on that kind of work, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Right, because starting
That'll
out,
keep you busy.
starting out, you take on whatever you can get. So we do
take
that.
on
We've
everything.
done a couple tub to shower conversions, and that's it in the bathroom.
Break all the tile.
Just in the tub, just where the tub surround is.
Selective demo.
Selective demo.
Just tile and butt up new tile.
I'll show you pictures after. It's pretty cool.
Is it? Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
and it was an older home too. It was all
What
plaster.
about plumbing fixtures? Plumbing fixture stays the same?
No, you can. That all changes.
So you
Just-
already have it all open, so you put a new valve
That's
in.
it. Yeah.
Obviously, they ask for more than one head then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it turns in from just a head
Well, it's
to
actually
toe
a
test
two-headed,
into
yeah,
like
toe
a
test.
3, 4. and
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy, man. Everybody wants rain head. Then they
Everybody
got the
wants
one coming
black
out.
finishes now.
Yeah, black
Black
finishes.
finishes that like.
I don't like them, man.
I like them.
I don't
think they're
think
sleek.
it's sleek, but it seems just like a.
I don't
fad.
like them because everybody wants them.
You know why the plumbers don't like them? Because they have to use toothless channel locks to put them in.
Toothless channel locks
Stuff
and white
like
gloves.
that. And
First
white
of all,
gloves.
there's a thing called a strap wrench, and all the plumbers are gonna fucking freak out on me right now.
Yeah, they don't.
There's a strap wrench that you can do,
Yep.
and there's always a way. What I've learned from experienced plumbers, they know how to turn things counterclockwise or clockwise. They know how to get things out and get things in without damaging anything. They just know. They figured it out. They're dealing with finished material all the time.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So
Second nature to them.
do
Right.
it
They
every
know
day.
exactly how many turns until to stop.
yeah, I've gone a little over sometimes.
We all
with
have.
breastfeeding.
Yeah. I've cracked my fair share of toilet lines.
Oh, that one? I haven't done that
Yeah.
one. No,
Oh,
I've
man.
done the body sprays. I'm like a little too tight, and I strip the brass.
Really?
And then I have to call the plumber, and he goes, "What the fuck did you do here?" I was like, "Well, you figure it out now." And then he does his. He's got his magic. He digs in his box, digs for something from like 1976, pulls it out, and he takes it out. And I'm like, "How the fuck? What is that? Where did you get that?" And then I bought one. I was like, "I'll never use it. I haven't used it since."
Hey, but
But
the
I have it
specialty
now,
tools
so.
are always great
I
to have.
think some of the best tools are the homemade ones.
This looks like an old
Actually,
tool.
Our demo bar. That's homemade. Our demo. Do you have in the truck? Can we show them after?
What's that look like?
It's very simple. Very simple.
It's a gas pipe.
It's a 2-inch gas pipe threaded on one end. It's got the end cap on one side, and then there's the thin head of a pickaxe welded to the end of it. And it is, I swear to God.
I'm telling you,
oh
it's
my
unreal.
God.
We have ripped tile,
baseboard, parquet, laminate flooring, glue down flooring.
So it's 2-inch though. It's like, that's huge to grab, no?
Perfect. It's perfect,
nice.
man. Oh,
It's
it's got
nice.
so much weight behind it. You just send it
Heavy
in.
too, man.
And- but it-
Yeah, but it's on the floor. You're pushing on the floor. You'll be okay.
It takes, like, if you go under tile and you get it good, it'll take up glue, mesh, and tile
in
all
one
in one shot. You don't, no chipping gun, no dust, no nothing. And I'm as fast, if not faster, than a chipping gun. If you could bring a guy in there with a chipping gun.
We only use our chipping gun to make holes in concrete. We don't use it to rip out tile.
To do sewer work and stuff for
that's
new fixtures in a basement. That's it. That's all we use the chipping gun for. Tiles, all that other demo, ripping out floors, trim. I use it as a crowbar. Sometimes I got to take out a weird piece of wood in a weird spot, just pry against it. This bar is
Actually pretty
fantastic.
clever. So you cut.
We gotta patent that quickly.
Yeah, we do. You cut the pickaxe, the head in half.
So the head of the
it's the
pickaxe is
full-
like that.
Yeah.
You cut just the one tooth off it, and then we welded that to the end of the gas pipe.
Oh, okay. That's pretty clever, actually.
It's the best tool, man. I'm telling you. I've had people come to me and say, "Hey, I need to borrow your
your Festa bar.
we call it the Widowmaker."
The Widowmaker?
The Widowmaker or the ex-wife. Or we have a bunch of nicknames for it.
Yeah, it's a great tool.
But it's
homemade.
It's homemade, man.
We should put a Milwaukee sticker on it. Though.
We should.
Yeah.
We should.
So you guys don't have employees right now?
No, just our subs. It's us and our subs.
But you're
Yeah,
going to
just
get to a point where you're going to need to hire.
Yeah.
What's the hiring process going to be like?
For me, like if I'm delivering drywall or I got to bring flooring in somewhere or whatever, I just call up friends and say, "Hey, you busy today? You want to come deliver some material? $20 an hour. Let's go."
And you get somebody?
I get somebody. I have some guys that they don't work much, so during the week, Friday, Thursday, Tuesdays, I'll call them. I'll call them the day before. Say, "Hey, we got to do a delivery tomorrow. You coming?" "Yeah, I'm coming. Let's go."
My hiring process is a little different.
Yeah, but I'm
a very picky person.
No, but I don't use those guys for anything labor related. It's just I need a body, right? If I need you to
I'm
come
just saying
clean
it's
up
like
or-
impressive that you can still find people just to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Because they'll like think I'm going to stay home. It's only $20.
Yeah, but what are you making on the couch?
What are you making on the couch, or what are you making
Nothing,
minimum
right?
wage? You know, $20 an hour cash is still 25 on paper, right? After taxes and everything. So for them, it's all worth it. And I'm not taking old guys. Actually, one of the guys I take, he's about 30. I'll take him once in a while. He works, he's a server at a restaurant at the Keg when I used to work there. I met him there. And he'll come with me, deliver drywall, clean up, whatever, help me dismantle stuff, demo. That's when you need the bodies, right? And you don't have to be skilled as long as you're there watching them and
Just take direction.
guiding them. Just as long as you're able to take direction, follow instruction, and you're not an idiot, really. That's what it comes down to. If I call you back, it's because you're not an idiot, and I like you.
Fuck, you never called me back, man.
What do you mean?
I had to invite myself into this thing.
I call you 5 times a week.
So when you guys actually start getting bigger
Yeah.
and the jobs get bigger, you're
Yes.
going to have to start taking on
100%.
employees.
100%.
So
get
what's
another
that whole interview process going to be like?
Yeah, so work ethic and experience. That's what it's gonna. Those are the two major things I look at.
Well, you've
right?
heard it before where like guys will put a posting. Maybe they'll get 100 people respond to the posting,
and-
get 100 texts or whatever,
Yeah,
and one guy shows up.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a big
for
problem
sure.
nowadays.
It's a problem, right?
Like
and then you'll get the guys who come to you or whatever, and you go through the whole process, and they'll say, "Well, I need 4 weeks vacation. I need a gas card." Yeah, some people have like crazy demands.
I'll tell you how bad it is right now. I have a buddy who just started working at the Honda plant up north a little bit. And he says that he gets an $8 bonus every day he just shows up on time.
What?
I swear to God, that's how hard it is for them to retain
If he
employees.
shows up on
If he
time-
shows up on time, he gets an $8 bonus every single day. He
What's
shows
the
up on time.
discounted, like how much, can he be 15 minutes late or 30 minutes
No,
late?
you're there right before your shift.
No, but if he doesn't show up on time.
he just loses that day out, basically, of his bonus. Because they have...
So it's $8 a day or $8 an hour?
No, it's $8 a day for showing up on time. Extra that you get at the end of the year.
Okay,
as a
but if he
bonus.
shows up an hour late, he's still just paid his regular rate, and he doesn't care.
because Honda wants people to just show up and do the work. That's how bad
That's
it
how
is.
you motivate people?
That's how bad it is.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I don't think so.
But now
we will not be doing that.
It's because the companies are allowing this. Why are you allowing this to happen? If your employees don't show up, look for more employees. But it must be so bad to the point that they're getting to that, where you're getting to that point where you have to pay people a bonus to show up. To me, when he told me that, my mind was blown. I'm like, what? What do you mean they're giving you a bonus to show up on time? He says, yeah, dude, like people, they'll start, they'll work for a month, and they'll just no show, no call, nothing. They'll just dip.
Because everybody doesn't care.
Nobody cares. They don't like the job.
Am I wrong to ask anybody that's working for you in construction to care about your business too?
Yeah, for sure. You're a part of it.
You're a part of it.
I know.
If you're a sub of ours.
But a lot of people think it's odd to think that.
Because if the company doesn't do well, you're out of a job. That's what it comes down
That's
to.
the math.
Right?
It makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, right?
So, yeah, it's crazy. And then remember back in the day where showing up meant you got to keep your job? Doesn't exist anymore.
But this is your generation.
Yeah,
now. This is the stereotype that's come to this, and then now we're asking them to change it for the construction industry.
I don't think it's going to pan out well in the long term.
Something's going to have to break.
Something's going to have to break.
Us or them?
Us or them, as in who? Us, as in
we finally give in and just start paying $8.
I'll never give in to that.
Right?
I do not subscribe to that.
But you need guys. Now you've got a job and you don't have enough guys. You guys are gonna get to the point where it's like guys will show up late or whatever, and you maybe have a pour. You have something critical happening, and they're not gonna show up if they show up.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yourself, man. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, that's when you start doing it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but it could be like even if one guy does, it could screw up that whole day. One guy doesn't show up, right?
Screw up the day.
If you're running a team, yeah, you're right. It could screw up the week.
The whole week.
Yep.
Right.
Then you guys have to explain it to the clients.
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
Clients use it as collateral against you guys when it comes later on to pay,
or even a review at the end of the job. Like, hey, they were late. They couldn't deliver on time.
Yeah.
They don't care what you're going through. They just care that it wasn't on time, right?
And what they wanted.
Yeah.
Well, it is what they wanted, just not on time. At least in that scenario. But that's all they.
Are you guys like all 24/7 construction?
Yeah.
No.
I am.
Can't be though, man.
You can.
No. I'm just saying you can't.
I have to work pretty much 7 days a week.
I want to work
just because I'm voluntold by my father. It's like, hey, we're going to Saturday.
Voluntold.
What am I gonna do? And he tells me I gotta be somewhere. Right? So between my jobs and his jobs, yeah, like I'm basically working 7 days a week.
And nights, we do nights too.
Nights too.
We do nights
a lot.
So you're not working tonight then?
Nope.
No.
Tomorrow.
But the holidays are here. Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
When you guys shutting down?
We don't shut down.
24th.
You're not
25th,
working.
26th.
Oh no,
You're not
sorry.
working.
Well, we won't
No.
work Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
But
Yeah.
we'll go to the 23rd.
New Year's Eve?
No.
No, New Year's Eve.
What the fuck? You guys are young enough to be raving, man. I should be seeing neon halos on you fuckers'
those
heads
days
or
are come
something,
and gone.
Those
man.
days
No?
are done, man.
Those are done, man.
Those days are
Those
done?
days are
It's the
done,
construction
man.
life now. It's the construction life.
Those days are done. Those days are just starting for the 50-year-olds, man.
Oh yeah, you guys.
here
Is that
we
the
go.
stage of life you guys are coming back to?
We're all going back. You guys are leaving,
Holy
man.
Full circle.
Saturday Night Fever.
Full circle. But no, I was before all the markets kind of came down. I was mining cryptocurrency.
FTX?
No, not even. No comment. But funny thing about FTX is the same scenario that happened with FTX can happen with big banks and everything.
Oh,
right?
and well, technically, if you look at it, it did already happen to the big banks.
2008,
Yes.
but we got a bailout. FTX isn't going to get a bailout, even though
They'll
$10
get a
billion
bailout when they realize that they need it.
$10 million went missing, man. That's a lot of
It
coin.
didn't go missing.
Oh, wow. It's hidden.
We know where it is.
SBF's
That's a
back
whole
pocket.
other world.
But yeah, I was mining for myself, and I had 4 other clients. My basement was on average 32 degrees. Relative humidity was 10%.
Holy cow.
And,
what was the hydro bill?
My portion of the hydro bill was almost $700 a month. Just in my cryptocurrency mining operation. It was almost, I had to pay an additional $700 a month on top of my regular hydro. But I was making good coin. So I made sure that my
So why not
clients are
stay
paying
in that instead of get into construction?
Right now it's not profitable.
That's a great question.
Right? So a lot of my clients are bailing, right? So and again, for me, I don't care because I was in there, I made my money, I'm happy, right?
Yeah.
My clients made their money, they're happy. Well, the ones who got on a little bit later, they made I think some of them are in the red, but my clients who got early on, they're all in the green, right?
Same
I'm
thing
in
with
the green.
any kind of investment, mutual funds or stocks.
Yeah,
Everybody nowadays is all hurting, unless you're Nancy Pelosi and you fucking Just follow her trades.
I was just about to say the Nancy Pelosi strategy, man.
Visa was a good buy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but we found out after it was a good buy.
Exactly.
Fucking just
All that
corruption,
insider-
eh?
Oh man, that.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's also in construction. We have our
For sure it
politicians
is.
selling out green belts right now.
Sure. Everybody's got a price.
Everybody's got a price.
Everybody's got a price.
Except for the little guys.
Except for the little guys.
Little guys.
Yeah.
That's just kind of, well, you guys are all just diving deep into it head first, right?
You don't have a choice, man. What are you gonna do?
Let me do a little green book. I love this. This is fines.
The blood book.
You guys know the green book here? Here's
Yeah.
the green book. Roadwork fines. If the employer does not develop a written traffic protection plan for workers who may be endangered by vehicular traffic, the fine is how much? Take a
To the
stab.
company?
Yeah.
The employer.
To the
employer.
employer?
Be
Oh, it's
fined.
got to be like 6 figures for sure. I'm gonna say 150,000.
Really? No way, man. That's ain't
Yeah.
$5,000.
I was thinking $5,000 is like the ticket for like speeding in.
$650.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
That's
for,
it?
for the employer.
For the employer.
So you're telling me Rafat, if he doesn't have
If he doesn't write a plan
Really?
for his workers to
Really?
live by, and he puts them in danger,
Yeah.
he can get a fine of $650.
I thought it'd be more than that. man.
you're telling me you're putting a human life at $650 there. Well, I'm thinking 150 grand over
Do you
here.
take
Like,
the risk?
if the worker directs traffic for multiple lanes in the same direction, what's the fine for that? They can't do it, by the way.
so
Yeah, how do
it's
you do
one worker per lane when they're doing flagging.
What's the fine for that if they decide to do
$500
multi-lane?
I'm gonna say 750.
$250.
Wow.
Okay. All right, we're getting warmer.
If a worker who may be endangered by that traffic does not wear the prescribed PPE garment, the fine is what?
$150. Seems like we're just getting lower and lower.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, sure. 250.
$250. $250.
Been caught before. No, I haven't.
Have you?
No.
We've only had, I think it was Jesse Barbosa that
No.
actually admitted to not having a lid on, and he got fined $250 for it. That's the fine for that one. Interesting. Then you got the painters who wear their Crocs. They tell me they're steel toe Crocs.
Oh, yeah. They make.
Kitchen, we have closed toe Crocs. They don't have the holes in them.
Those
Just
are
in
not
case
steel
something spills. Yeah, they're not steel toe.
Like,
Same deal. They're comfy, man.
or
They're
like,
really
yeah, it's like my
comfy.
hat's a bump cap. Oh, it's not.
Yeah, the Amazon insert in your hat.
Yeah,
you ever seen
it's-
those?
No.
It's
Yeah,
like-
they sell
They sell
inserts.
it. They sell a plastic insert that you put inside
So
your
you can
ball
turn it
cap,
into a
and it's a
bump
little
cap.
bump cap.
Yeah.
But that's not PPE.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's
It's so when you knock on their head, they have something there. It's okay. We know we're young, but we're not.
Until the actual 2x4 beam or,
Yeah.
or
Comes
steel
down.
beam hits you.
Yeah, like a lintel.
That's
Yeah.
a different story, man.
Seriously, yeah.
What else you guys want to share? We're getting close to wrapping it up,
Oh,
man.
okay, sure. What else we got to?
What else we got to know? I don't know. What else you guys? What do you guys want to know about construction? I mean, you guys know a lot, but you never know everything.
No, you don't
Can't
know
know
everything. Like, we learn. You learn every day, right? New tricks of the trade every day.
Are
That's
the
what I
old
love about
men
it.
proud of you guys?
So my dad's not in construction.
No.
No, my dad's a businessman.
Okay.
He's a lighting distributor.
So that's where you get the business side of the business.
I guess so. Yeah. 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 The apple fell a little far from the tree, but.
Nobody else in construction in the family?
Oh yeah, no. Like I have uncles. I have an uncle who
Uncle's
owns his own
painter.
painting company. Yeah, I have cousins who run contracting company. I have a cousin who's a kitchen guy. I got a cousin who's an electrician. Got a cousin who's a plumber. That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of mechanic. Yeah, we got a lot.
Got a lot in the family.
So if they look at it and they look at you guys, are proud of the fact that you guys are young and you guys are interested in being in construction.
I think
Oh,
so.
for sure. Yeah.
They're not looking,
sure.
go do something else. Go
No.
to university, get a degree.
When I was young,
Well,
my
I
older
went to
uncles.
school.
Yeah, he went to school. I went to culinary school.
What'd you study?
I studied civil engineering at George Brown.
Did you do the whole thing?
I did. Yeah,
So,
but
so who's the civil engineering for Toronto? Engineer for Toronto.
couldn't tell you.
They're doing a bad job.
Are they?
Just
What fell?
look at Toronto, man. It's just
What,
bad.
what bridges have fell?
Bad.
Road work
Trains
has.
have been bad.
Wasn't there an explosion recently on Bathurst Bridge? Someone had some explosions going on.
Maybe I can't. I don't know.
I
I just keep hearing about cranes falling. That's all.
That, yeah.
In Toronto?
Yeah.
This year there was like
This
3 or 4.
year, yeah.
Well, first of all, Toronto has the most cranes up in the
Yeah,
air
yeah, it's true.
in any other city than in the world.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
It's
No, it's
stupid how
true,
many
yeah.
cranes we have
Yeah.
going on here now.
It's nuts.
That.
Well, New York had that problem a couple of years ago where their cranes kept on toppling.
But what blows my mind is because I see the crane operator every day. Crane operator, he goes up there, he does his check, he checks all the bolts. I don't know, like it's just an engineering failure. Is it just?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Material failure,
right?
What is it?
I've been wanting to get a crane op in here on the show.
Interesting.
Lone man on the
lone
job.
man. They're up there by themselves.
I know.
All
Shit
day.
in a bucket.
Yeah.
Eat your lunch.
When the coffee truck comes, they drop a bucket, put their food in there, pull it back.
I
up.
know.
Oh,
Good money.
for sure.
Yeah.
Really good money.
Can you take that isolation? Is the question.
I think I go cuckoo.
Right? I'm a people person. I like being around people. I like talking to people. Up there.
Always be on the radio going, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
How's it
Yeah.
going?
Yeah.
You can't because you got to.
And next thing you know, you're not
Yeah,
going to
right.
swamper. Or you got a fly form that falls, or oh my god,
You gotta
so much
stay
can
focused.
so much can go wrong up
I
there.
know.
Yeah, think about it. He's got a lot of responsibility. So what he's paid deserves
paid
it.
well, but it's just it's a difficult job.
For sure. Your
Mentally.
perception has to be
Mentally.
unreal.
Mentally,
I've been in there.
Visual, yeah.
I've been in there while he was running it.
Really?
Oh yeah. And your boom is here, and your line is over here because of the wind. Yeah, it's your perception's got to be bang on.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
There's a lot of hand-eye coordination.
hand-eye coordination, a lot of communication, and
I don't know if I could do it.
And you got to remember that there are pickup points where they can't see sometimes.
Of course.
So they're relying on the swamper, and you're hoping that guy tied it right. Because there have been times where the crane operator's seen the knot or whatever and been like, hey, listen, redo it because it's going to break.
What's the knot that they use?
It's a slip knot. They call it a sling.
That's it?
Yeah, it's a sling. So it's like a strap. What do you call it? Like those ratchet straps, just way thicker.
Yeah.
2 loops on the end.
Yeah.
And either they'll put it through on the hook or they'll slip knot it to carry up the rebar or...
I always wanted to get him on because I wanted to figure out, so that actual boom for concrete,
Yeah, the bucket.
yeah, the bucket,
Yeah.
is that one full load from a truck or is no? It's
No, it's only the biggest I've seen is 2 meters.
2
Comes
meters.
Yeah,
All right,
depending on the size of crane
they're,
you got.
they're a third of a truck,
Yeah.
average truck.
Yeah. So when you're doing a slab,
That's a lot.
right? But then when you're doing a slab, and you got like 200 meters, you got to do it with a bucket. It takes time,
Oh shit.
right?
2
so
meters. It's
yeah,
100 trips.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Up and down. And you got to remember the up and down time's another 2 minutes. 2 minutes down, 2 minutes up.
All those
right?
towers going up right now.
So a lot of the towers going up right now are using pumps, right? And now they've even
how the hell are they pumping concrete like that?
No, you have the pump. It goes up with the building.
They
So
build
this-
the pump.
Oh.
Yeah, they
up.
build the pump. Yeah, so the same way
smart.
the same way the crane goes up the tower. I've used one before. And
Yeah. I
so-
always knew the crane went up with it as they built.
And now they have one that the pump goes up with it as it builds.
Smart.
And they come electric, so you don't have to worry about the noise. Because before they're all diesel.
That would have been loud, man.
They are loud. And when they backfire, like when they take off, they shake the
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
dun.
they shake that whole slab, and then sometimes on that floor, because we usually put them in the hoist suite, right? And some of the floor is a finished floor. Sometimes when they shake, it'll crack the plaster on the ceiling. There you go, deficiency, just like that. Wow. Yeah,
It's good to know that, man.
there you go. Yeah, pumps. I love pumps. With a bucket, takes forever. Like you start a pour at 12, there's chances you're pouring till 8.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Because you got to pour continuous.
you have to. And we have what we call a 3-day cycle. And if you can hit that, so it's the way you pour an entire floor in 3 days of a condo.
Are they building them too fast?
Nah,
No?
This guy's pumping them out, man.
pumping them out.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you hit the 3-day, and you got to remember, like you're pouring slab, and then the slab you poured yesterday, you're putting walls on top of that.
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of
The concrete's ready for that, for you guys to start building for the next floor?
it was like concrete supply now is brutal.
Oh,
Right. There's a shortage, and we don't know what it is, and delivery. But at the time, like it was quick. Goes up quick.
Interesting. Very interesting.
20. I think we did 21 stories in like 10 months.
A little different than residential construction, huh?
High-rise residential. No wood.
No wood. It's all
metal.
steel. All
It's all
concrete.
steel. All concrete.
Is it generally straight? No.
No.
Nothing
Never.
straight. Nothing will ever
Never.
be straight.
Never.
You can't. It's impossible. Even if you took the time, you can't really make it straight.
Like even in the basement, it's like everything's off. So
Every-
what do you
but
go
like-
off of
but,
to
well,
start?
Yeah, how do
It's
you?
hard.
Because again, then like when you pour, material has flex to it, right? So as you're pouring, you have the flex points. What do?
There's no way. You can't.
There's
That's
no
what I'm
way.
saying. Yeah, even if you took the time, you couldn't make it perfect.
No, exactly. And I know like they have formwork out there now that's made of metal. I think Luma makes it. Luma formwork.
Okay.
It's metal and composite, if I'm not mistaken. So
It's interesting.
little better.
Always fascinating. I'm always fascinated by it. I still look at buildings these days and I'm looking at it and I go, how the fuck is that thing still staying up
yeah,
there,
you
man?
should see the underground, the mechanical penthouses. They're
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, the boilers that are up there, the holding tanks, they're massive. They have to go in before we put the roof on because you can't get them in any other way.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to fly the equipment up, put it in there, and then you pour your
Fly it up.
Yeah, you got to fly with the crane.
Oh, I think it was like helicopter.
No, they say fly
Yeah,
up.
like how they built the CN Tower, man.
No.
They said fly it
Yeah,
up.
okay. What kind of budget you think's gonna?
Hey.
Gentlemen, you ready for the 12 questions?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
bring them
sure.
on.
What is your favorite construction word?
My favorite construction word. Seamless.
Seamless. when everything just comes together.
When everything comes together,
it's
seamless.
seamless.
Yeah, seamless. Yeah,
Seamless.
favorite word.
What is your least favorite construction word?
Change order.
Yeah, change orders up there.
Get used to that, man.
Change order.
What turns you on in construction?
Finished product.
Precipitating something out of my mind, like just and doing
bringing
it
it
with
to
your own
life.
hands, bringing it to life.
What turns
Doing
you
it.
off in construction?
Poor quality.
Poor quality, lack of organization.
Yeah, poor
You guys
quality.
see a lot of the poor quality?
Yeah.
Or what?
That's why you got to be on top. You got to be on top of your trades.
You have to
Right?
be there.
What's your favorite curse word?
I don't know if I have a favorite curse word.
Just like fuck.
Yeah.
Like just
Shit.
fuck.
I'd say shit.
What's your favorite vehicle? Anything in the world?
Oh, I like Ford Raptor.
Favorite.
I like the
vehicle.
first gen. I don't like the second gen.
Yeah, the new ones that came out, not as mean.
Yeah.
All right, not as mean. It's
The
missing
first
something.
gen was
It's
like,
funny. I saw.
man, that looks like you
Right?
could just beat up anybody.
Exactly. Actually, I saw one on the
Second
road.
gen looks like it, like a regular truck.
Yeah, it doesn't distinguish from an F-150. I saw it actually. I'm like, it's less bulky. It's not mean.
They made a mistake on
That's
that.
something
TRX
mean.
looks a lot better than the new.
Yeah.
That's different.
SR-71 Blackbird.
What's that?
It's a spy plane from the Cold War.
Oh my god.
Flies like just below like the Kármán line, which is the division between space and the atmosphere, and flies at like Mach 7. It's stupid fast and like doing all kinds of reconnaissance on it. Really cool.
I thought you would have said your Ram.
And my Ram would be a second.
Love
one.
that thing. Don't
I
stop
love my
talking
Ram.
about it.
Oh.
What's your least favorite vehicle?
I say smart car.
That comes up a lot.
Yeah.
My dad's work van.
What does he got?
He's got a Dodge.
You have a photo of it?
Dodge Grand Caravan. I wish I had
A caravan?
He's got a Caravan, but the
What
thing is,
year?
Oh, like
the
14.
30-year anniversary. So whatever year that goes back to.
Oh wow.
But the thing is, he's just not organized with. He just throws everything in. So like when I got to go dig up
With windows or
tools-
without windows?
With windows.
With windows. Yeah.
Windows, no back seats.
Yeah, no back seats.
Where are the seats? In the backyard? What's going on? in the
Where are
garage?
they? You guys
No,
put one
stone
there?
go. They go in the floors.
No.
Oh, that's right. Do
they?
Yes,
Yes, they do.
Oh, I was wondering because
They pop 'em up.
They put a seat back there for me. I wonder-
Yeah, the one seater.
That one-seater, yeah,
Turn the
and then-
Miata into a
yeah.
Ford Ranger.
I got the table saw on my lap. You know.
Yeah, his trucks.
Thank God it's
all over
cordless.
the place.
What construction sound or noise do you guys love?
Oh, I love the drill.
Any drill?
Any drill. Yeah, any drill. I love the noise of the drill.
Construction noise that I love. 2x4s hitting the floor. I don't know. There's just something about the wood just
Clink.
like the clink of two 2x4s hitting each other.
What profession other than your own would you guys like to attempt one day?
Dentist.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one. What construction sound or noise do you guys hate?
Chipping gun.
Chipping gun?
Hate the chipping gun, man.
My phone.
Your phone?
Because usually I know it's either there's a change order somewhere, there's a schedule change somewhere, I'm gonna have to do another run somewhere.
Yeah, something like
I love that you guys keep on bringing up change order because welcome to
I
construction.
know,
That's it,
I
yeah.
know, but it's what bothers us the most.
What? And you know what? And just for the record, I've watched tradespeople build their own properties and hire the same guys that they work with on clients' properties, and those contractors still make those same mistakes. They still are not fully aware of everything. You figure
Yeah, you'd think like
you
it's
bid it through all of it, and then all of a sudden, sure enough, no, we got to change this, we got to change this, we got to change that. And I'm like, you're a professional, man, and this is the part that you hate about clients, and you're doing it yourself.
yeah. Oh man.
I've seen it. I see it over and over and over and over. Right. So, what profession other than your own would you guys like to attempt one day?
Dentist.
Dentist.
Yeah, get to use tools. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Little tools.
A UV gun.
A UV gun.
A little bit of glue too.
A little bit of glue. You got the PL in the gun.
Yeah, the mouth PL.
That's the one thing we don't have battery yet. We don't have battery
if you
operated
do
caulking
that,
gun.
bring a caulking gun into
Yeah.
there and put it right next to all the other dentist tools, man.
so they pass
a
out.
little PL.
That's the one. Yeah.
Cybersecurity. I think it's interesting, you know, just knowing about like how networks around us work and
Scary.
It is scary, and that's why there's a bit of fear, because it's fear of the unknown. But when you know, it's like, okay, you can secure your own home network, you can secure other people's networks for them, you know. And it's scary what people could do on the internet, man. It's terrifying, just remotely too. They can rob you of your entire identity. I want to go back to
coconuts and palm trees and on an island and nothing.
What was life like without a cell phone? I gotta ask you that.
Me?
Yeah.
It was actually really good, and I never did a pager.
Really?
I was never one of the pager
just find
guys.
a payphone.
I was quarters. That's all it was, right? Quarters.
Keep quarters in the pocket.
That's all. Calls. And then you get the first phone, and you're texting, and you're using the one button for 3 digits, right? 3 characters.
And the BlackBerry.
You know, fucking ass, man.
Yeah.
To send a communication, right?
Yeah.
What was life before? What profession would you guys not like to do?
What profession would I not
We thought about this too.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said.
To who? Not to
No,
me.
to us. We were having dinner the other night. We were just talking about it, kind of like prepping ourselves for this. What profession would I not like to do?
I think I'd say waste disposal.
No, but it's an honorable job.
It is. It's just I don't think
It doesn't
I
have to
could
be
do
construction related. It could be anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to think. What job would I not like to do? Saturation diving.
Sorry, yeah.
Saturation diving. It's a very scary job. So what they do is they put you in a bell, basically. They put you in a diving bell. And they put like X amount of atmospheres of pressure onto you. And they mix the oxygen with helium. And they send you down to the bottom of the ocean to weld stuff and to like hook up.
Isn't that an underwater welder?
Underwater
welder. Yeah.
And like something goes wrong, you have a catastrophic failure, you're dead. You come up and something's wrong. When you come up, you actually have to stay in your bell still.
You're not dead. You're like graphically fucking
mort.
Oh.
There was an accident where there was something wrong with the door and the seal went, and there was no bodies. It was just mist.
Oh my God.
That's how much of the difference in pressure that they have inside that chamber. And when you eat food, you can't taste it because the helium that they put in the air to make sure you don't get nitrogen bubbles in your blood, it messes with the way you smell things. So
how do you know all this shit?
I was going to say, you know a lot about scary stuff.
For me, specializations for insects. I love learning about everything and anything I can get my brain around. If I can understand a concept, I love to learn it. I'm just a big sponge. I love learning, and
we're gonna have an interesting car ride on the way home.
Very niche things.
What was yours?
Sorry, no, I'm gonna change. I say veterinarian. I don't have the heart to, see animals in pain or.
It's hard,
right? Yeah, so I'm gonna go with vet.
Last question: if heaven exists, what would you guys like to hear God say when you arrive at those pearly gates?
I'm hoping it doesn't say change order. Change order, go to the other place.
Change order.
Just great work.
Great work.
Good job, man.
Good job. Great work.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
you. This has been great.
Real pleasure.
Nice meeting you.
Fun.
Nice to meet you guys, and all the best, and hopefully.
Thank you.
Hopefully you don't fuck up too many times, but you learn from the fuck ups. That's all.
Yeah, you have
Simple
to.
as that, man.
We allow ourselves to a job. Two a job. That's it.
After that, we start pointing fingers.
Yeah. It is. Me is the trade. Who is it?
Everybody, check it out. Festa Group. There's no website, right?
Not yet. No, it's coming.
No Instagram yet.
Not yet.
It's all happening, right?
It's all happening.
And where are you guys getting work? Just word of mouth right now.
We're just word of mouth right now. Yeah.
And business is good.
Business is good.
Business is great. Yeah, a lot in the pipeline, so it's exciting. We're excited.
So then you shouldn't be worried of a recession next year. Then
I'm not. He is.
I'm a realist, man. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down, and we're going to.
If it doesn't happen, then you guys keep working.
That's all.
If it does happen, you're prepared for it.
We will keep working.
That's
always
it.
Keep
Simple as that, man.
That's it. Yeah.
There's always enough work for everybody.
Absolutely. Lots of work in Canada.
Lots of work in Canada, and we'll go to Florida if anything. So hey,
yeah, it's true.
There's lots of work there.
Yeah, they're rebuilding.
Everything. Thanks, guys. Really
Thank
appreciate
you,
it, man. All right,
been
thank you,
great.
Angelina. We are out of here.